Alright, Wowtac's got a new flashlight out that they sent me. This is the A3. Now, for those of you who don't know, Wowtac is technically supported by ThruNite, and their lights are very similar to ThruNite, and I'm going to tell you right now the quality's there as well. I'm really beginning to like this company a lot. They don't have very many lights, and I think I put a review on every one of them they have. This is probably only like the third handheld light. They got a couple headband lights, and every one of them, the price is just very reasonable. Quality's there. I mean, they're not the brightest lights in the world, but one thing I've noticed with these lights is the runtime of the battery compared to other ones. Really a no-frills flashlight. One thing they did up the game on this one, now it's only running 600 lumens, but they designed this one to have the aspherical lens and a zooming ability. No clicky on the back, just one right here. We'll cover the modes and stuff, but build quality on it, like I said, is just like ThruNite. I can't stress that enough. Very good quality flashlight. Doesn't come with a lot. Comes with the directions. Micro USB, which we'll get to that. And a spare set of O-ring. I don't know about you guys, but I have never used the O-ring that the company sent. Not bad. Glad they do, I guess. Now, as I stated, it's not a super high-powered flashlight that's going to promise you the world. But it's very portable. I mean, you can slide this in your back pocket quite easily. And I haven't taken the end off to see if that's a glass lens or not. But it does feel glass, so that's good there for the aspherical part. These lights got an incredible feel to them. Now, like I said, this is the A3. And what we'll probably do, this here is the A1. They got an A1S, but we'll do some beam shots of it. The new A3 versus the A1. And if you haven't noticed there, looks just like a ThruNite, don't it? As stated, this is 600 lumens. This is running the Cree XP G2 emitter. And inside this thing is same as the predecessor name, A-Tacticals and the other Wowtacs. This is a USB rechargeable 2600 milliamp battery. And these are some real good batteries. Right there's the micro USB port. Plug it in. There's a little light on the top that'll be red or green. When it's green, it's charged. When it's red, it's still charging. That way you don't need a charger. And as far as modes on this thing, I'm going to get it zoomed all the way out so you got a tighter focus. If you were to long press the light, you'll go to what they call reading mode. And that's 10 lumens, and that's good for 3 days. And like I said, the runtime is just unreal on this thing. Now if you're to just turn it on, you're going to go into low mode, and that's 16 lumens for 2.3 days. And then if you hold it, you're in the medium. And that's 65 lumens for 20 hours of runtime. Hit it again, you're on high for 220 lumens and 5 hours of runtime. Now, to get the turbo, just say you had it off, it does have memory, so if I turn it on, you're on high. But you double click it, and you're at 600 lumens, and that'll run for 3 hours straight. Said I like that focus on this thing. It isn't given too square of a beam. And it will shoot out to 230 meters, and we'll be testing that. I would advise you to go on that Amazon link down below to A-Tactical. Check these lights out. If you're looking for a well-priced light that ain't going to break the bank. Now what we're going to be doing is taking my lux meter outside, and we'll do a lux meter test, calculate the throw, and then I'll give you some beam shots, and we'll probably compare it up against the A1. Let's get rolling. All right, I got my lux meter set up 4 meters away from the camera, and we're going to turn this A3 on the highest mode, focused in. Let's see how many lux that was. Check that out, 838 lux. So 838 lux times 4 meters squared is 16 divided by 0.25 brightness of the moon. Now we're going to take the square root of backspace. 536.32. 231 meters of throw. Pretty damn close, huh? Time for some beam shots. All right, we're going to start out with the A1, and we got a tree at 62 meters. That's the A1 on turbo mode. There's the A3 on turbo. Get a little bit more punch. Now, moving down to a tree at 94 meters away, lighten it up pretty easy. That is the A3, and there's the A1. I got a tree way down there that's 130 meters out. And it's hitting it. That whole tree line in the back is upwards of 190. We got a little bit of fog coming in, so it kind of a little bit weird, a little bit hard to see it. But that's the A3, upwards of 190. There's the A1. They're actually pretty close. The A1 gives a broader beam. A1, A3. A1, A3. Now you can sit and zoom back and forth, like I said, with your, even with one hand. Pretty nice focusing light. Now we're going to shoot in a little bit closer quarters and go through the modes on this A3. But there's the high mode. That tree's back there. You're looking at 25 up to 35, 40, and way back there at 60. But this is the A3's beam pattern. Now if you're to open that up a little bit, if you notice there, that's where this thing starts shining. Look at that. So now that's turbo mode. Right there is low mode on this thing. Still does a pretty good job reaching out. Medium mode. And there's high mode. A real long run time for the battery on this. Real long. Turbo. A3. A1. A1, A3. A1, A3. Alright, I got my car headlights on. These are HIDs on a Nissan Maxima, and they're on high beam. We're going to shine this A3 just to show you a comparison between that and the headlights. Does a pretty good job. So them are some bright headlights on this car. That's focused. Let's zoom out a little bit. Not too bad. I will give this A3 one last shot. This is looking out across my yard with my yard lights on. There's the A3. Pretty decent. Said with that spill, opening it up, you can light a very wide area up with this thing. Really like that, actually. There's a cat in the road. That cat's about over 60 meters out. So there you are, the Wowtac A3. Like I said, great priced flashlight, supported by Through Night, technically, does what it's supposed to do. Long battery life, rugged, small, no frills. Keep them coming, Wowtac. There you go. Till the next time.